So hi guys, welcome back to the T20 Mumbai League of 2026. It's going along really well, this T20 League. Match number 8 of this tournament. Triumph Knights Mumbai Northeast taking on the Bandra Blasters at the Wankhede Stadium in Mumbai. The Bandra Blasters winning the toss and electing to bowl first, and rightfully so, because chasing is obviously the norm. But in this tournament, like we saw yesterday, a fantastic game yesterday which went down to the last ball, and almost the Akash Tigers winning yesterday of the last ball. We look at the Triumph Knights Mumbai Northeast. They have lost their first game. The Bandra Blasters have played 2 and lost 2, so one of these teams will get off the mark today. Well, that's pulled in the air. Will be taken at mid-on. First wicket falls. Splice of the bat there. Royston gets the breakthrough for the Bandra Blasters. And Harwadkar has to go. Harwadkar has to go back to the pavilion. First wicket going down for the Triumph Knights. Splice of the bat, big time there. And a simple catch at mid-on. And that is exactly what the Bandra Blasters needed. So Akhil Harwadkar is gone after scoring 22 from 12 balls, a quick fire cameo, and the Triumph Knights are 24 for 1 after 2.3 overs. So Nutan Goel is the new batter to the crease, coming in at number 3 for the Triumph Knights. 3 more deliveries left in this over. Nutan Goel is a good player, that is for sure. 24 for 1 after 2.3 overs. Obviously, Surya Kumar Yadav is the captain of the Triumph Knights Mumbai Northeast. That's punched away by Nutan Goel straight to point. Another dot ball from Royston Dias. And any cricket fan would want Surya Kumar Yadav to perform well, because he's suddenly now, his place in the Indian team is becoming questionable, because he didn't have a good IPL season, and suddenly now there are talks that Shreyas Iyer might become the next T20 captain, and Surya Kumar Yadav might be sacked from T20 captaincy. Not only from T20 captaincy, actually, even his place in the T20 team is suddenly becoming debatable, because there are so many players in that middle order who are in competition for Surya Kumar Yadav, it can be said, like batters like Rajat Patidar, Shreyas Iyer himself. They have performed really well in the IPL. Vaibhav Suryavanshi is also in discussions to come back into the Indian team. So definitely, I think Surya Kumar Yadav is suddenly now, he is a T20 World Cup winning captain, but now there are talks that he might get removed from the Indian team, and that is not a good news actually for any of the fans of Surya Kumar Yadav. So desperately he needs to play a good knock with the bat. We need to see that old version of Surya Kumar Yadav. Otherwise, his career, his international career with the Indian team might come to an end soon, because that is how harsh it is to play for India. Like you need to keep on performing. If you stop performing, then you might get removed from the international team. It's such a brutal kind of thing that can happen in international cricket. A really good over here from Royston Dias. 3 runs came from that over, including the wicket of Herwadkar. And Triumph Knights are 25 for 1 after 3 overs. Well, even I feel bad for Surya Kumar Yadav actually, because not long ago he has won the T20 World Cup for India. He is the captain who has defended the T20 World Cup for India actually. Winning back-to-back T20 World Cups is not an easy thing to do, but India have done it under the captaincy of Surya Kumar Yadav. And to add to that, Surya Kumar Yadav has not lost a single T20 series till now under his captaincy. He has not lost a T20 series. He has not lost a T20 tournament under his captaincy. In fact, India even won the Asia Cup last year under Surya Kumar Yadav's captaincy. So he has done so much, and still one bad IPL season can turn everything around, and that is exactly what is happening as far as Surya Kumar Yadav is concerned. So we need to see who is the new bowler into the attack now. Ashray Sajnani is the new bowler into the attack for the Bandra Blasters. Coming over the wicket to Nutan Goel, and Nutan Goel goes over mid-off. And one bounce, has it gone all the way? No, one bounce and into the boundary for 4. Beautiful shot through the line from Nutan Goel, and starts the over with a boundary. This time on the stumps, defended back to the bowler. Another dot ball from Ashray Sajnani. And to add to that, actually, even in the previous game, Surya Kumar Yadav did not perform. Even in this league, he couldn't perform. He couldn't get a big score in the previous game, which the Triumph Knights played. We agree that he had a poor IPL season, but at least you need to perform with the bat in this league, the T20 Mumbai League, which is less popular compared to, I won't say less popular, it might be popular, but compared to the quality of IPL, has a slightly lesser quality. And if an international player of the quality, of the caliber of Surya Kumar Yadav is not able to perform with the bat in this league, then that is surely becoming a concern for Surya Kumar Yadav. And selectors are noting everything actually, because nowadays people watch every league. Cricket fans, they'll watch every league. If you are not going to perform, if they see a downfall in your game, no matter how big a player you are, you will be removed from the Indian team, and that is why it's so brutal. That is why you need to keep on performing. Wide given by the umpire. If anyone remembers Surya Kumar Yadav in 2023, after the ODI World Cup that lost in that final, and November 19th, 2023, I'm sure many Indian fans won't be able to forget that day. So after that game, Surya Kumar Yadav never played ODIs. His ODI career ended there after that One Day International World Cup, because again he didn't have a good time in ODI cricket in that particular year. In fact, we even remember one particular series where he got out for 3 consecutive ducks against Australia, first ball ducks. He got out in that same year, 2023. It was an ODI series earlier in that year. 3 consecutive first ball ducks he got out in that particular series. So he was struggling in ODI cricket, and after that his ODI career came to an end. Ever since then he has only been playing T20 cricket. But now, by the looks of it, by the kind of discussions we are all seeing in all sources, we are able to see his T20 career might also come to an end soon. That's a big shot from Nutan Goel. That's gone sailing over. Deep mid wicket for 6. Length ball from Ashray Sajnani, and put away into the crowd. First 6 of this innings, second 6 of this innings for Triumph Knights. First 6 for Nutan Goel. This time driven towards mid-on, and Nutan Goel picks up another single to finish the over. 14 runs came from that over from Ashray Sajnani, and the Triumph Knights are 39 for 1 after 4 overs. So yeah, talking about Surya Kumar Yadav, he needs to perform with the bat in this particular T20 Mumbai League. Otherwise, it will get even worse for him going forward, because suddenly now his T20 career is also looking like coming to an end, and it's only in his hands to once again prove himself that he can play those impactful knocks with the bat. He needs to prove himself somewhere. If he's not able to perform in the IPL, perform in this league. Perform somewhere. Show that you are able to bat like the old Surya Kumar Yadav that we all know. That is only in his hands. Otherwise, I think Shreyas Iyer is in line to become the next T20 captain of India, and Rajat Patidar, the way he has led RCB to 2 consecutive IPL titles, he will also come into the Indian team. Drumil Matkar is the new bowler into the attack. It's flicked away again by Murkar towards deep mid wicket and picks up another single to start the over. In fact, in this kind of a situation, Surya Kumar Yadav should have come in at number 3 and he should lead from the front. He is the captain. He should show that he belongs here. Yes, he has had a terrible IPL, but you have a chance now. You know that your international career is hanging by a thin thread. So you need to come in. You need to come in at number 3. Show to the world that you can still perform with the bat. I mean, I remember Surya Kumar Yadav saying at the end of after winning the T20 World Cup for India, he was saying that he has ambitions of playing for the Olympics. After 2 years, the Olympics will be happening. Cricket is going to be there in Olympics after a long time. So he had ambitions of winning an Olympic gold for India and also probably winning the next T20 World Cup. But if he continues to perform like this, then those ambitions are not going to help. Those ambitions are not going to come true for him. So it is totally in his hands to see whether he can bring back his best form with the bat. Gives himself room, looks for the drive, an inside edge towards mid-on, picks up another single. Vedant Murkar hasn't hit a boundary so far. 6 from 7 balls, struggling a little bit. This time Nutan Goel gives himself room, cuts it past covers, and that'll run away for 4. Beautifully played again by Nutan Goel. He is the one batter who is finding the boundaries. Picks up his second boundary in this innings. That's a poor delivery, and Nutan Goel puts it away for 4 towards deep square leg. Back-to-back boundaries from Nutan Goel. 50 comes up for Triumph Knights. 50 comes up in 4.5 overs. 51 for 1. And Nutan Goel moves to 22 from just 10 balls. Last ball of the over, Nutan Goel flicks it towards square leg and picks up another single to finish the over. So 13 runs came from that over, and the Triumph Knights are 52 for 1 after 5 overs. I think people will feel very, very happy for Vaibhav Suryavanshi, the kind of impact he made in the IPL, winning the orange cap at the age of 15 in the IPL. Those are all like stuff of dreams, actually. So he will get a chance in the Indian team, of course. You're going to see an interesting Indian team that will be playing against Afghanistan not long from now. Karsh Kothari is the new bowler into the attack for Bandra Blasters. It will be exciting to see the Indian squad which gets announced going forward. Nathan Goel drives it down towards covers. Another dot ball to start the over. But I think, I know that the selectors are wanting to. They are not happy with Surya Kumar Yadav's performance with the bat in recent times, so they are trying to maybe drop him and bring in someone else. But according to that logic, even Hardik Pandya has not had a good IPL season. He has also had a terrible IPL season, both as a captain as well as a player. So if you are going to sack Surya Kumar Yadav on the basis of one bad IPL season, then sack Hardik Pandya also. Because even Hardik Pandya has not done anything. Like, very, very pathetic IPL season. Mumbai Indians finished 9th. So that is not a good thing even for Hardik Pandya. He is also a prominent Indian player. And even he has not performed well in the IPL. So there are certain problems for certain players in the Indian team, particularly after this IPL season. We are able to see some players just not be able to deliver like what they used to do. Oh, looks for the sweep. Up in the air, ball lands safely towards point. Another dot ball here. In fact, I think the main reason for all of this happening is, if you look at that Mumbai Indians team, which came up this year, they have a strong core of players who are actively playing for India now. Rohit Sharma is still playing ODIs, actively playing ODIs. Surya Kumar Yadav just won the T20 World Cup as a captain. Another active Indian player, it's in the air, it's taken at mid-on. So Kothari breaks the partnership, and a struggling innings from Vedant Murkar comes to an end. Just chipping it in the air, soft dismissal, simple catch at mid-on, and the second wicket goes down for Triumph Knights. I think the ball just held up in the wicket. He was looking to turn it away leg side, but he hit it in the air. Fielder at mid-on making no mistake, and the Bandra Blasters picking up wickets at regular intervals. Second wicket goes down for the Triumph Knights. Vedant Murkar departs after scoring 6 runs from 10 balls. A struggling knock from him, and Triumph Knights are 53 for 2 after 5.5 overs. Okay, so the man whom we were discussing about for so long is out here in the middle. Surya Kumar Yadav. Can he finally make a contribution with the bat? That is the big question. He didn't contribute in the first game of this season of this league. He didn't contribute in the IPL. He has another opportunity here. That's punched down the ground to long off, and Surya Kumar Yadav gets off the mark with a single to finish the over. Really good over from Kothari. His full name, Karsh Kothari. Really good over from him. His 2 runs came from that over, including the wicket of Vedant Murkar. And the Triumph Knights are 54 for 2 after 6 overs after the power play. So Surya Kumar Yadav, the captain of the Triumph Knights, yet another opportunity for him to prove that he still belongs to this level. Drumil Matkar is continuing into his second over. It's tossed up again, driven down the ground by Surya Kumar Yadav towards long off. It picks up another single to start the over. Nutan Goel is back on strike. It's driven again down the ground to long off, and another single for Nutan Goel. So any Indian fan would want Surya Kumar Yadav to do well today, that is for sure. Not only today, actually, he should do well throughout this tournament, because obviously, he has not had a good time with the bat recently. So the only way to bring back faith in the selectors is to try and perform consistently, at least from now onwards. Otherwise, his T20 career will surely come to an end. So yeah, coming back to what I was trying to talk about Mumbai Indians this season. They had strong core of Indian players: Rohit Sharma, Surya Kumar Yadav, Tilak Verma, Hardik Pandya, Jasprit Bumrah, and still they just about avoided the wooden spoon this season. They won only 4 games out of 14 matches, and they should have got the wooden spoon. It was just because LSG were even worse than them that they avoided the wooden spoon this time around. So that is why now suddenly the talks are coming. Rohit Sharma is also aging a little bit. Surya Kumar Yadav is also around 30 plus. So that is why all these questions are suddenly popping up now. Is this Indian core suddenly losing? Are they past their prime? Or have they still got it in them to perform at the highest level? All those questions are suddenly arising now. And maybe that is why Surya Kumar Yadav is suddenly... Because otherwise there's no other reason to remove him from T20 captaincy, particularly after he has won you the T20 World Cup. He has helped India defend the T20 World Cup, which no other country has done it before. So in that case, there is no reason to remove Surya Kumar Yadav from the captaincy, leave alone removing him from the team. If they are considering to remove Surya Kumar Yadav, then there should be a serious reason behind removing Surya Kumar Yadav from the Indian team, and that serious reason might be because, well, we can say that IPL is completely different from international cricket. Like, IPL should not be the benchmark for deciding certain things, but it is what it is. If you don't perform in the IPL, that also shows that your form is dipping. That also shows that you're struggling. And a team like Mumbai Indians, for the kind of domination they had when they won those 5 IPL titles, that domination has faded away now. And the reason is this core of Indian players have not performed well. That is the truth. So now suddenly Surya Kumar Yadav, Hardik Pandya, everyone is questioned now, because all of them are underperforming. So that is why it's very important to perform consistently. Only then it will help the team that you are playing for. As Surya Kumar Yadav goes over the top, deep extra covers, takes the catch. And another wicket falls once again. He hasn't contributed. We were just talking about him playing consistently from now onwards, but nope. This continues to get worse and worse for Surya Kumar Yadav. Another low score for him. And if you're not able to contribute in this league, then I'm afraid his end is nearing for Surya Kumar Yadav in international cricket. Very, very sorry to say that, because you need to perform consistently, at least in this league. Surya Kumar Yadav is out after scoring 4 runs from 6 balls. His poor form is continuing with the bat. And the Triumph Knights are 59 for 3 after 7.1 overs. Well, I really wonder how will Surya Kumar Yadav be feeling now, because 2 failures in this tournament also now, adding to the entire IPL where he couldn't perform, and now here as well. Once again, just 4 runs from 6 balls. This is not going to help at all for Surya Kumar Yadav. I thought it was a really good shot, but that fielder at deep extra covers was correctly placed. A really good catch at deep extra covers. And it's only getting from bad to worse as far as Surya Kumar Yadav is concerned. Sagar Mishra is the new batter to the crease, coming in at number 5. It also further shows that Mumbai Indians also need to do some drastic changes in their team if they want to start playing like how they were playing during that period between 2013 and 2020. Mumbai Indians looked unstoppable. They were beating everyone. Every season it looked as though Mumbai Indians were going to win the title. That is how they were playing from 2013 to 2020. If they want to restore that domination, then I think they need to move on from certain players. It's driven by Mishra. Sagar Mishra drives it straight to covers. Another dot ball. Sagar Chabria bowling to Sagar Mishra now. 2 Sagars going head to head against each other. Well, it's a tough time for Surya Kumar Yadav, that is for sure. They are just talking about him, at least whether he can perform in this tournament and restore faith in the selectors, but unfortunately again not able to perform. Another low score. That's punched again by Sagar Mishra straight to point. Another dot ball here. Well, these kind of things happen to every cricketer. Even Virat Kohli has gone through the toughest and toughest of times. I remember a period between 2019 and 2022 where Virat Kohli couldn't even hit a single century. And he was continuously failing, but he redeemed himself after that, and he got to those 51 ODI centuries. Now it's even more than 51. He scored a few centuries in that bilateral ODI series against South Africa and New Zealand in December and January. So whether Surya Kumar Yadav can make a comeback like Virat Kohli, I'm not quite sure about that. Has driven down the ground again towards long on. Sagar Mishra gets off the mark with a single to finish the over. Excellent over from Sagar Chabria. Just 1 run came from that over, including the wicket of Surya Kumar Yadav, and Triumph Knights are 60 for 3 after 8 overs. So yet another failure for the captain of Triumph Knights. 4 from 6 balls. Already people are discussing about moving on from him. And the way he's playing, it looks like that is going to be inevitable in the near future. Karsh Kotari is continuing into his second over. Has figures of 1 for 2 in his 1 over so far. Some really good bowling from the Bandra Blasters. Every cricketer goes through these tough times. You cannot always be at the top when you're playing sports. Ups and downs will be there. You need to be able to handle both of them. As far as Surya Kumar Yadav is concerned, this is indeed a tough time for him. Yes, he won the T20 World Cup as the captain, but his form with the bat is not looking convincing at all. Captaincy without batting or bowling is not going to work, isn't it? You need to be able to contribute in either batting or bowling or fielding. Whatever it is, you need to be able to contribute. You need to be able to contribute in some department. You pick every cricketer because of their ability to contribute as a bowler or a batter or an all-rounder. That is why you pick certain players in the team. You don't pick a player because of only captaincy. Now, I'll just ask a simple question. A player is an extraordinarily good captain, but he cannot bat or bowl. Will he fit in any team? He cannot bat, he cannot bowl, he cannot field, he cannot do anything, but he can captain well. Does he fit in any team that way? No, he doesn't. Because the captain has to lead from the front. How do you lead from the front? Now, if a captain scores a century with the bat, we can say he's leading from the front with the bat. Or a captain like Pat Cummins, he can lead from the front with the ball. He can pick up 3 wickets, he can pick up 4 wickets. But just captaincy without batting or bowling will mean, how do you lead from the front? Only taking bowling decisions, changing the fields, will that alone work for the team? I don't think so, because one spot is getting wasted in that team. Because if you're not able to bat well or bowl well. So that is why captaincy and batting, bowling, everything is important. You need to be able to lead from the front in either department. In any one department, you need to be able to lead from the front. And at the moment, Surya Kumar Yadav's batting form is reducing his impact in any team that he gets into. Now suddenly teams will start to say, okay, if Surya Kumar Yadav comes to the crease, then we can slow down proceedings. The opposition teams will start to say, we need Surya Kumar Yadav at the crease. If Surya Kumar Yadav comes to the crease, we can, the things will slow down and automatically that team will struggle. That is what now the opposition teams will be starting to say. And is that a good thing to have? It's not a good thing for Surya Kumar Yadav. So that is why it's very, very important to perform with the bat. But unfortunately, another low score for him. 5 runs came from that over. Triumph Knights are 65 for 3 after 9 overs. And it's also the time for the strategic timeout. So we come to the end of the strategic timeout. Sagar Mishra is continuing into his second over. That's pulled away again by Sagar Chabria is continuing into his second over. Pulled away by Sagar Mishra towards deep mid wicket. Picks up another single. Again 5 from 10 balls. Sagar Mishra. He is also struggling a little bit. Nutan Goel is back on strike. Obviously, BCCI want Shreyas Iyer to become the next Indian T20 captain. But if we have to look at reality, if we have to look at truth, even Shreyas Iyer is going through a difficult time now. Because if you look at things, Punjab Kings reached to 13 points in the IPL. Unbeaten, they reached to 13 points. From there, many people would have thought that Punjab Kings are the first team that is going to go through to the playoffs. 13 points unbeaten, 6 wins and 1 no result. That is what Punjab Kings were. They were at the top of the table and they were ahead of everyone else in the points table. From there, even Shreyas Iyer, whom now people are regarding as one of the best captains to ever play this game. I don't even know whether that's true or not, because Shreyas Iyer, in all honesty, has won only 1 IPL title. He has made it to 2 finals. 3 finals he has made it. He has won 1 final. Oh, but suddenly now everyone are in love with Shreyas Iyer. Like, he's the best captain. I don't know. Like, according to people, that is what it is. Even he couldn't take Punjab Kings into the playoffs. 6 losses in a row and they missed out on the playoffs. Who would have thought that they would miss out on the playoffs after getting to 13 points unbeaten? Okay, they missed out on the playoffs. Second half, yes, he scored 100 against Lucknow Super Giants in the last match against in the last match, which was a must-win match for Punjab Kings. He scored a century with the bat. But before that, those 6 losses, which really derailed their campaign, in those matches he didn't contribute anything. He didn't contribute and they lost it, and that is why they missed out on the playoffs. And now you look at this T20 Mumbai League of 2026. First match, he didn't contribute. And just look at his performances with the bat as well. First match, Sobo Mumbai Falcons were bowled out for 126. They were bowled out. And Shreyas Iyer didn't contribute. Imagine a team having Shreyas Iyer and then getting bowled out for 126. Shreyas Iyer 5 from 7 balls against IRCS Andheri. That match which... they got bowled out for 126 and IRCS Andheri easily chased it down. And today in the afternoon match, 30 from 24. Again, 30 runs is not any big contribution. So, if in this league, if you are not able to contribute, you are having the IPL experience, you are having India experience, you are having all kinds of experience. You need to be able to contribute in this league. You need to be able to score 50s and centuries consistently. If you are not able to do that, and if your team is losing because of that, then that is a problem. And I will say, many people will not many people will not notice all these things. Even Shreyas Iyer is going through a tough time now. Many people are not understanding that. It's not that Shreyas Iyer is doing better than Surya Kumar Yadav. Yes, Shreyas Iyer, with the bat, he was much better in the IPL compared to Surya Kumar Yadav. But when it mattered the most, even he didn't score. Last year's IPL final, he didn't score. This year, the second half, after they got to 13 points, he didn't score in those 6 losses. You need to speak the facts, isn't it? But still, BCCI want to make him as the next Indian T20 captain. He has done well as a captain, but nothing extraordinary is what I will say. Nothing extraordinary. Yes, he is good. He has been a good captain. He has shown his captaincy skills at times, but he is nothing extraordinary whereby you can say Shreyas Iyer is the greatest captain. In that case, I will say Pat Cummins is the greatest captain because he won the WTC and the ODI World Cup. So you need to have bigger credentials to say that he is the best captain to play in T20 cricket. It's nothing extraordinary, but still we need to see what he can do if he becomes the captain of the Indian T20 team. But you need to keep in mind that Shreyas Iyer is also going through a difficult time. He's not doing anything extraordinary as of now. That is what we have to conclude. So yeah, 72 for 3 after 10 overs, 32 balls since the last boundary has been scored. Karsh Kothari now into his third over. It's flicked away again by Sagar Mishra. Even Sagar Mishra is not able to find the boundaries. Because if Shreyas Iyer was such an extraordinary captain, then he should have been able to take Punjab Kings into the playoffs after they got to 13 points. Unbeaten, they went to 13 points. At least they should have gone into the playoffs. They should have finished in the top 2. They should have played the qualifier 1. They should have gone into the playoffs, but they couldn't do it. So that is exposing certain flaws, believe it or not. That's too wide from Karsh Kothari. Has to reload that one again. That's cut away by Sagar Mishra out towards deep extra covers. Picks up another single. Suddenly now the Triumph Knights have slowed down a little bit. Karsh Kothari is bowling really well, 1 for 12 in his 2.4 overs. The Triumph Knights lost their previous game as well. Batting very slowly here. Looking to flick it away. It's gone off the outer half of the bat towards covers. Another dot ball. In fact, I would think that Rajat Patidar actually needs to become the next Indian captain, because the way he has led RCB to 2 consecutive IPL titles. I mean, he's literally joined the list of MS Dhoni and Rohit Sharma, the way they won both consecutive IPL titles. Rajat Patidar has also joined that list, but the only drawback for Rajat Patidar is he hasn't made his T20 debut till now. Because if he had made his T20 debut, if he had played a few T20 matches, then it's a no-brainer that Rajat Patidar should be Indian captain, because the way he's winning IPL titles as a captain, still if he's going to be underrated, still if he's not going to get recognized in the Indian team, and I don't know what more he should do. He's even performing well with the bat. So definitely he should be considered, and Rajat Patidar is proving time and again that he is a much better captain compared to Shreyas Iyer. Obviously, we all want Shreyas Iyer to become the captain, but there's another better captain than him. Rajat Patidar is a better captain compared to Shreyas Iyer. Imagine winning your first 2 seasons as an IPL captain. First 2 seasons, he came into the captaincy of RCB only last year, and he has won back-to-back titles. How many captains have done that? Shreyas Iyer, I remember, Shreyas Iyer actually first became captain of Delhi Capitals in 2018 IPL, or even 2019. As he goes big here, Nutan Goel has got hold of that. Yes, he has. Just clears. Long on. So finally, after a long time, 6 here. A slog sweep there from Nutan Goel moves to 40 from 26 balls. Well, this one is straight up. Should be taken. Easy catch. Another wicket falls. Was looking to repeat that same shot which he played the previous ball, but this time it brought about a top edge. And the fielder at point making no mistake. 4th wicket goes down just when we were thinking that a partnership was starting to build. Nutan Goel has thrown it away. And Triumph Knights losing their way at the moment. Nutan Goel is gone after scoring 40 from 27 balls, and the Triumph Knights are 84 for 4 after 11.3 overs. So yeah, talking about Rajat, I was talking about Shreyas Iyer. He first became the captain of Delhi Capitals in IPL 2018, and he won the title only in 2024. 2018, midway through the season, Delhi Daredevils. It was Delhi Daredevils back then. They made Shreyas Iyer as the captain. He was very young at that time. He became the captain. He took the team to a few playoffs. Then he was removed from captaincy. He lost the final in 2020, and after that Shreyas Iyer was removed from the captaincy for Delhi Capitals. Then he became KKR captain in 2022, didn't make it to the playoffs. 2023, I think Shreyas Iyer was injured, so Nitish Rana was leading KKR. Still KKR didn't make it to the playoffs. Then he came back in 2024 and won the title. So even after becoming captain, Shreyas Iyer took 6 years to win his first IPL title, and that is the only title he has won till now. Last year he lost in the final. This year, Punjab Kings bottled a playoff chance which was in their hands. Whereas Rajat Patidar, first 2 seasons as captain, he hasn't captained before. Only last year, RCB appointed him as the new captain of RCB. And then winning back-to-back titles and joining the club of MS Dhoni and Rohit Sharma. So that really, for that itself, Patidar deserves to captain at a higher level. He deserves to captain India, but he hasn't made his T20 debut till now. That is the harsh thing which is happening. But I think he will sooner or later, I think Rajat Patidar will be considered in the Indian team, because he has also performed really well with the bat. Very, very important thing, because not only captaincy, your batting also has to be good if you want to be considered in any team. And for Rajat Patidar, his batting has also been fantastic. You look at the knock he played in Qualifier 1. You look at the previous knocks, a few knocks he played single-handedly, carried the team with the bat. So his batting has also been really good. So first he needs to make his debut and prove himself that he can perform at the international level, and then maybe he might be in fray for Indian captaincy as well, because he's doing really well as a captain. And even now, if he's not going to be considered for the Indian team, then I don't know what more he should do. So Triumph Knights really struggling here. Boundaries have dried up a little bit. Harshal Jadhav picking up another single. Sagar Mishra is back on strike. Projected score at the current run rate takes them to 143. Sagar Mishra is not finding the boundaries. 10 from 17 balls, not a good knock at all from him. Swung away leg side by Sagar Mishra towards deep mid wicket. And picks up another single. Still no boundaries from Sagar Mishra. Down the track, drives it towards deep extra covers, and Harshal Jadhav comes back for 2. Good running between the wickets. Another couple of runs for Harshal Jadhav. Two more deliveries left in this over. This time he goes for the sweep again, out towards deep square leg. Another single for Harshal Jadhav. Last ball of the over. Flicked away again towards deep mid wicket and picks up another single to finish the over. 7 runs came from that over, and the Triumph Knights are 93 for 4 after 13 overs. Sagar Chabria now, and that's it away leg side again, bounces just short of deep mid wicket. Sagar Mishra again continues to take singles, just not able to time the ball. Another single to start the over. Goes for the reverse, gets it in the cap, that'll be 4 finally. Harshal Jadhav innovating, bringing out the switch hit, and much needed boundary for the Triumph Knights because it was going very, very slowly. Needed to find the boundaries. Innovation at its best from Harshal Jadhav. This time Harshal Jadhav hits it down the ground to long on and picks up another single. 6 runs from the first 3 balls of this over, still 3 balls left. It's heaved away leg side again towards deep mid wicket. And Sagar Mishra picks up another single. Two more deliveries left in this over. Harshal Jadhav is back on strike. Smashed down the ground to long off. Oh, a little bit of a fumble. Harshal Jadhav picks up another single. 100 comes up for Triumph Knights. 100 comes up in 13.4 overs at the loss of 4 wickets. Oh, looking to go big. Appeal for LBW. Umpire says not out. Are they going to go for the review here? Going to have a discussion. Is it pitching outside leg? Maybe that could be something to take into account. But they have gone for the review, so we need to have a look at this one. It's been outstanding bowling from Sagar Chabria actually. Well, doesn't appear to be any bat involved. The only question is, Whether it's pitching outside leg or whether it's pitching in line, I think that is the only question. Well, it's pitching in line, impact in line, and wickets hitting. So it is a successful review for the Bandra Blasters. Decision will be overturned. Finger goes up. And Sagar Chabria strikes. The battle of both the Sagars. It's the bowler Sagar who wins the battle. And another one bites the dust for the Triumph Knights. Sagar Mishra has gone after a very, very struggling knock of 14 from 22 balls. And the Triumph Knights are now 101 for 5 after 14 overs. So current run rate now 7.21, just losing a wicket here. Sagar Mishra, that could be a blessing in disguise because he was not timing the ball anyways, was not able to find the boundaries. 14 from 22 balls at a strike rate of 63.64 in modern day T20 cricket is not a good knock. Minad Manjrekar is the new batter to the crease, coming in at number 7 for the Triumph Knights. Somehow that was pitching in line. Can you believe it? I thought for a moment that maybe pitching outside leg, that could be the problem for the Bandra Blasters, but it was not. Sagar Chabria finishing with 3 for 25 in his 4 overs. Drumil Matkar now back into the attack. Cut away again. Straight to point. And Harshal Jadhav picks up another single to start the over. So Minad Manjrekar is back on strike. Oh, he's hit it high in the air. This could be another wicket here. It is taken at short third man. A big shot attempted there by Minad Manjrekar. The very first ball that he's facing, and is skewed off the outer half of the bat. Simple catch at short third man. Number 6 goes down for the Triumph Knights, and everything falling apart for the Triumph Knights at the moment. Minad Manjrekar out for a golden duck, and the Triumph Knights are 102 for 6 after 14.2 overs. Well, only 4 more wickets in hand now, and wickets just falling at regular intervals for Triumph Knights. Their captain Surya Kumar Yadav, T20 World Cup winning captain, unable to perform with the bat, and everyone else also falling apart. Makarand Patil is the new batter to the crease, coming in at number 8 for the Triumph Knights. Well, if Surya Kumar Yadav is not going to succeed as a captain in this tournament, then that will also give further proof that his captaincy skills are also coming down a little bit. Makarand Patil is on strike. Has driven again, straight to covers. Another dot ball from Drumil Matkar. Now the only question is, can they bat 20 overs here, Triumph Knights? Bandra Blasters are dominating at the moment. It's cut away again by Harshal Jadhav. By Makarand Patil cuts it away towards deep extra covers and gets off the mark with a single. Two more deliveries left in this over. Oh, he's bowled him. There's another wicket here. Dromil Matkar gets another one. Second wicket in this over. Makarand Patil gave himself room for the cut shot and has lost his off stump. And what are we seeing here once again? Wickets just falling regularly. Makarand Patil has been cleaned up, and the spinners of Bandra Blasters are doing a spin choke at the moment. 7th wicket falls for the Triumph Knights. Bandra Blasters right on top in this game. Makarand Patil departs after scoring 1 run from 2 balls. And Triumph Knights are 104 for 7 after 14.5 overs. Well, Makarand Patil. He just exposed his stumps to go for the cut shot and lost his middle and leg stump. 7 down now, Triumph Knights. How have they collapsed like this? So Parikshit Valsankar is the new batter to the crease, coming in at number 9 now. Last ball of the over coming up. On the stumps, defended back to the bowler. Another dot ball to finish the over. So excellent over from Dromil Matkar. Just 3 runs came from that over, including 2 wickets. And the Triumph Knights are 104 for 7 after 15 overs. So Adit is a new bowler into the attack now for the Bandra Blasters. Five overs left in this innings now. Well, there's an impact player coming in for the Bandra Blasters. Parag Kanapurkar is the impact player. I think he'll be available to bat. Oh, that's a full toss. Edged away past third man. That'll be 4, I think. It will be 4, and there will be a check for the height as well. That's not a good delivery at all. We are yet to see the bowler's name as well. But it will be a no ball above waist high, and it will also be a boundary, I think. Adit Bahutulle is the new bowler into the attack. Well, looks like it is not a no ball. It is only a boundary. That's tossed up. He goes big again. He has not got hold of that one. It's taken at long on. Another wicket falls. Oh dear. Harshal Jadhav looking for the big shot. Couldn't get hold of it. Simple catch at long on. The catch is taken at long on, and the 8th wicket falls for the Triumph Knights. Adit Bahutulle also gets the breakthrough. Harshal Jadhav departs after scoring 17 from 11 balls, and Triumph Knights is just falling apart for them. 108 for each after 15.2 overs. And it's also the time for the strategic timeout. So we come to the end of the strategic timeout. Triumph Knights in all sorts of trouble, 108 for each after 15.2 overs. Adit Bahutulle continuing is into his third ball of the over. That's a full toss, and Jayesh Pokare hits it in the air. Nicely stopped at deep mid wicket. They might come back for 2, I think, and it'll also be a no ball. This will be a no ball for sure, above waist high. No ball and a free hit as well. Second time he's bowling that waist high full toss in this over. Ideally the first ball should have also been a no ball, but he got away with that. This one is a no ball for sure. So it is a free hit now. Jayesh Pokare is on strike. Free hit delivery. Quicker ball swung away leg side. Doesn't get hold of it towards deep mid wicket for another single. As a Valsankar is back on strike. This time full toss, driven down towards long off. and picks up another single. This time another full toss and another single down the ground to long off. Jayesh Pokhare is back on strike. Last ball of the over coming up. That swung down the ground, long on. One bounce to long on. Picks up another single to finish that over. So 12 runs came from that over from Adit Bahutulle. And the Triumph Knights are 116 for 8 after 16 overs. So Drumil Matkar now bowling the 17th over into his last over. Jayesh Pokhare is back on strike. Ooh, looks to swing big inside edge onto his pads. Another dot ball here. This time flicked away again towards deep mid wicket and picks up another single. This time punched again back to the bowler. Another dot ball here. Just one run from the first 3 balls of this over. Valsankar needs to find the boundaries. Edged. And that goes past third man. Might push for 2 here. And they will get 2. Another couple of runs for Valsankar. This time on the stumps, Valsankar defends it to point. Another single, so another good over here for the Bandra Blasters. Just 4 runs coming from this over. Still 1 ball left. Last ball of the over. And he hits it in the air. Long on in play once again. But it'll sail over. Sails over long on for 6. For a moment he might have had his heart in his mouth. But it's gone over. For another maximum to finish the over. 10 runs came from that over from Drumil Matkar. And the Triumph Knights are 126 for 8 after 17 overs. So 3 more overs left in this innings. They can try towards 140, 150 probably. Royston Dias is back into the attack to bowl the 18th over of this innings. Valsankar is back on strike. Parikshit Valsankar is back on strike. Hasn't hit a boundary so far. It's full, driven down the ground, long off, coming round, I think. Good fielding there, another couple of runs to start the over from Parikshit Valsankar. Keeps the strike as well. The second ball of the over coming up. And he goes down the ground towards long on. And Valsankar picks up another single. Four more deliveries left in this over. Jayesh Kokare is back on strike. Full toss, hits it down the ground towards long on and picks up another single. Well, it looks like there's another no ball here. Another no ball, free hit. What is it with these bowlers? Bowling these no balls now at this stage of this innings. Another free hit. There's going to be a free hit here. Parikshit Valsankar is back on strike. To face the free hit. 3 more deliveries left in this over. Here's the free hit. Full and wide. Driven away out towards deep extra covers. They're going to push for 2. And they will get 2. Another couple of runs for Parikshit Valsankar. So 2 more deliveries left in this over. Ooh, looks for a slog sweep. Unable to make connection. Another dot ball. There's 7 runs coming from this over. Really good over from Royston Dias here. So last ball of the over coming up. Can they at least push towards 160, 170 from here? We saw yesterday 173 was defended. Successfully defended. So you never know with those totals. And that smashed straight back. Oh, the umpire had to duck for cover there. Otherwise he was almost took out the umpire as well. A terrific shot down the ground for 4 from Parikshit Valsankar. Ends the over with the boundary. 11 runs came from that over. And the Triumph Knights are 137 for 8 after 18 overs with 2 more overs to go. So 2 more overs left in this innings. 137 for 8. This partnership now 29 from 16 balls. Atif Atharwala bowling the penultimate over. And Jayesh Pokhare smashes it down the ground to long on and picks up another single to start the over. So Parikshit Valsankar is back on strike. Second ball of the over coming up. Swung down the ground, long off in place. Sails over. Sails over for 6. Clean strike from Parikshit Valsankar. He's playing a crucial cameo here towards the end of this innings for the Triumph Knights. Score now moves to 144. Valsankar moves to 21 from just 13 balls. Well, that swung away leg side again. He's found the gap for 4 more. 6 and 4 from Parikshit Valsankar. And this is turning out to be a good over for the Triumph Knights. Atif Atharwala going for 11 runs in his first 3 balls of this over. Three more deliveries left in this over. Oh my god, that's another full toss. He hits it down the ground to long off. Valsankar will pick up the single. Is it going to be a no ball? No, it's not. And they have gone for the review to check for the no ball here. So after bowling so well, Bandra Blasters are panicking here towards the end of this innings. Bowling waist high, no balls, is not necessary at all. They have gone upstairs to check this one. Well, I think decision pending here to see whether it's a no ball or not. Well, it is given as not out. And it's not a no ball as well, I think. They were checking the run out as well. It was not out, and it's not a no ball. So 2 more deliveries left in this over. Fifth ball of the over coming up. Goes for the paddle, gets it past the keeper. They'll run away for 4. Beautiful shot from Jayesh Pokare. Delicately played past the keeper, past short fine leg. Another boundary in this over. 16 runs have come from this over. 150 comes up for Triumph Knights. 150 comes up in 18.5 overs. Last ball of the over. And he goes over the top of the offside for 6. Terrific shot from Jayesh Pokare. 4 and a 6 to finish the over. What an expensive over that is from Atif Atharwala. 22 runs came from that over. And Triumph Knights are back in this game. 159 for 8 after 19 overs with 1 more over to go. It also brings up the 50-run partnership of 51 from 22 balls between Jayesh Pokare and Parikshit Valsankar. Only 1 more over left in this innings now. They can surely go to 170, 180 from here. And that could be a defendable total. We have seen in this tournament how difficult it is to chase all these totals. We saw yesterday 173 couldn't be chased down. Eagle Thane strikers lost. They couldn't chase down 173. So you never know actually. Roston Tyres bowling the last over for the Bandra Blasters. Parikshit Valsankar on strike. Moves across his stumps. Looks to paddle it away, but it's gone off the pads. Towards the keeper. Will be 1 leg buys. I think they've somehow pushed their way to 160. And you never know with these totals. Jayesh Pokare is back on strike. Goes for the paddle. Short fine leg is in place. And Jayesh Pokare picks up another single. So Parikshit Valsankar is back on strike. 4 more deliveries left in this innings. Can they get to 170? Can they get above 170? Third ball of the over coming up. It's full smash down the ground by Valsankar towards long on and picks up another single. 3 singles in this over. Still 3 balls left. This is a really good partnership here. Partnership of 54 from 27 balls. 9th wicket partnership, helping them get to a good total. 4th ball of the over coming up from Royston Dias. Full toss put away by Jayesh Pokhare all the way for 6. Once again missing his length. And Jayesh Pokhare deposits it over deep mid wicket for 6. What a finish this is turning out to be for the Triumph Knights. Moving closer to 170 now. Still 2 balls left in this innings. Two more deliveries left in this innings. 9 runs have come from this over so far. They're also checking for the no ball, but it is a fair delivery. Jayesh Pokhare, 30 from 12 balls. The impact player, making an impact for Triumph Knights. Out of nowhere, they have gotten close to 170. 5th ball of the over coming up from Royston Dias. All these runs are going to make an impact. That smash down the ground towards long off and picks up another single. What a recovery. This partnership, 61 from 29 balls between Jayesh Pokhare and Parikshit Valsankar. They were 108 for 8 at one stage. Both these batters, the extraordinary power hitting, and they've gotten to 170. Now anybody's game, you would think. Parikshit Valsankar on strike. Last ball of the innings coming up. Last ball of the innings. Moves across to the off stump, helps it on its way. That's gone all the way as well. All the way for 6, I think. The umpires might want to have a look at it. I think that's gone all the way. Yes, it has gone all the way. A 6 to finish off the innings. What a strike that is from Valsankar, and what a way to finish this game. What a way to finish this innings for the Triumph Knights. How have they got to 170? One would wonder. It's cleared the boundary. 16 runs coming from the last over. And it's also a no ball, would you believe it? No ball, free hit. Goodness gracious me. Bandra Blasters, what are you doing? Well, the free hit delivery is again pulled away, and that will be another 4. So another boundary to finish it off. In fact, the previous ball was also a boundary. The last ball is also a free hit ball, also goes away for 4. So 19 runs coming from the last over. And this is some finish here for the Triumph Knights. And this is some finish here for the Triumph Knights. 19 runs coming from the last over. Triumph Knights finished their 20 overs with a competitive 178 for 8 at the end of their 20 overs. And it's thanks to a fantastic 9th wicket partnership of 70 from just 31 deliveries between Jayesh Pokare and Parikshit Valsankar. Both of them taking the Triumph Knights to a very competitive total. It has to be said, Bandra Blasters, I don't know what happened to them towards the end. Very poor bowling, very ordinary bowling towards the end, conceding all those sixes. Well, if you look at Triumph Knights, they started off well with Akhil Hardwadkar scoring 22 from 12 balls. Nutan Goel also scoring 40 from 27 balls. But again, Captain Surya Kumar Yadav unable to contribute, out for a low total. And it was a very, very struggling knock from Sagar Mishra, 14 from 22 balls. And who knows, if they all had contributed, then maybe Triumph Knights could have even gone above 200, but not to be. And in the end, it was a huge collapse actually. From 84 for 3, they collapsed to 108 for 8. And at that point, we wondered whether Triumph Knights is just folding completely. But then Jayesh Pokare came in as the impact player. Unbeaten on 31 from just 13 balls with 1 boundary and 3 maximums. And Parikshit Valsankar unbeaten on 36 from 19 balls with 4 boundaries and 1 6. An unbeaten partnership of 70 from 31 balls between those two batters, taking the Triumph Knights to 178 for 8 at the end of their 20 overs. And if you look at the bowling of the Bandra Blasters, Royston Dyers 1 for 40 in his 4 overs. Atif Fattarwala none for 37 in his 4 overs. Ashray Sajnani none for 14 in his 1 over. Drumil Matkar bowled really well, 2 for 31 in his 4 overs. Karsh Kothari 1 for 19 in his 4 overs. Sagar Chapria, the pick of the bowlers, 3 for 25 in his 4 overs. And Adit Bahutulle bowled only 1 over, 1 for 12 as well. From 108 for 8 in 15.2 overs, they finished with 178. So the last 28 balls yielding 70 runs. That is how aggressively the Triumph Knights have finished it off. And the Bandra Blasters, when they come out to bat, will need 179 runs to win this match from their full quota of 20 overs to pick up their first win in the T20 Mumbai League of 2026. We'll be back again shortly to cover the run chase. Until then, please stay tuned. Hi guys, welcome back to this run chase here. Terrific start from the Bandra Blasters to this run chase. Chasing 179 after a very positive start. 30 without loss in 2 overs. Pratik Yadav hitting 18 from just 9 balls and Suved Parkar 6 from 3 balls. And not a good start as far as Triumph Knights are concerned. Minad Manjrekar is the new bowler into the attack now for Triumph Knights to bowl the third over of this innings. And it's on the stumps, and Suved Parkar defends it down the ground to mid-on and picks up another single to start the over. So exactly the kind of start Bandra Blasters needed if you're chasing 179. It's not impossible, but we have seen in this tournament that even these targets of 170s and 160s can be tricky to chase down. Unlike the IPL, where you are certainly sure that 170 and 180 will be chased down in these conditions. In this league, it's not like that. That swung down the ground again towards mid-on, another dot ball. So Pratik Yadav looking to play aggressively, looking to play the modern day brand of T20 cricket, that is just to go attack at everything. Third ball of the over coming up. Comes down the wicket, pulls it high up in the air. The fielder is coming underneath it. Deep mid wicket, takes the catch. Or has he put it down? I think he has put it down. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness gracious me. That was an easy catch. It's been spilt. How costly is that going to be? Triumph Knights, you need to take your catches when they matter. An opportunity to break the opening partnership, but it's gone to ground. Completely misjudged it there and he's put it down. This time back of the length and flicked away by Suved Parkar towards mid-wicket. Another dot ball here. You cannot be dropping catches at this level, that is for sure. Two more deliveries left in this over. Oh, it's a wide down the leg side and goes. Keeper got a hand on it, so it won't reach the boundary. It'll pick up a single as well, wide plus the single. 2 extra runs to the total for the Bandra Blasters. Two more deliveries left in this over. Pratik Yadav is back on strike. Oh, it's a bouncer there. Pratik Yadav looking to uppercut it, unable to make connection. Another dot ball from Minad Manjrekar. Last ball of the over. Pulled away, down the ground. Over mid-on. 1 bounce, 2 bounces and into the boundary for 4. Once again getting it on top of the bat. And it's raced away to the boundary for 4. Pratik Yadav ends the over with another boundary. 8 runs came from that over from Minad Manjrekar. And the Bandra Blasters are 38 without loss after 3 overs. Oh, looks for the drive. Unable to make connection. Sagar Mishra is the new bowler into the attack. Left arm off spinner into the attack. There was a nick there actually. I think the catch has been put down. Oh, this time looking for the sweep. Appeal for LBW. Umpire says not out. Now they're going to go for the review here. Surya Kumar Yadav, what is he going to decide? Is he going to go for the review? I think he is going for the review, so I need to have a look at this one. Well, I think the impact is outside the line. I think that could be a factor. So not out it is. Impact is outside the line. 4 more deliveries left in this over. Sohail Parkar is back on strike. Third ball of the over. That's punched again. Straight to covers. Another dot ball. That's pulled away by Sohail Parkar. All the way for 6 over deep mid wicket. Too short on that occasion from Sagar Mishra. And put away once again from Sohail Parkar. A much needed 6 for the Bandra Blasters. This time driven again out towards long off, and Sohail Parkar picks up another single. Pratik Yadav is back on strike. The last ball of the over coming up. Oh, he's bowled him. Goes straight through, and finally, this is indeed the first wicket for Triumph Knights. Gave himself too much room there, Pratik Yadav, looking for the cut shot. Loses his leg stump in the process. And a much needed breakthrough for the Triumph Knights, because both these openers are looking to take the game away from the Triumph Knights. And Sagar Mishra has the last laugh in this over after conceding the 6. Strikes back. Pratik Yadav is gone after scoring 23 from 14 balls. And the Bandra Blasters are 45 for 1 after 4 overs. So Parag Khanapurkar is the new batter to the crease for the Bandra Blasters, coming in at number 3. As Aishwarya, I need to see the bowler's name actually. Aishwarya is into the attack, and another single to start the over. And in fact, a dot ball to start the over. Sued Parkar. Oh, driven in the air, past mid-on, and that'll run away for 4. Just past that fielder at mid-on there. And Sued Parkar picks up his second boundary in this innings. This time uppercut over deep point, all the way for 6. 4 under 6 from Sued Parkar. Too short, too much width on the occasion, and Sued Parkar gets it all the way again. Wonderful shot. Oh, this time he goes for the drive, unable to make connection there. Another dot ball here. So Aishwarya Surve conceding 10 runs in the first 4 balls of this over. Still 2 balls left. This time he goes for the cut shot, but straight to covers. Another dot ball. The last ball of the over coming up. That's too wide. Too wide. Has to reload that one again. Last ball of the over, that's driven down the ground towards covers and picks up another single to finish the over. 12 runs came from that over from Aishwarya Surve, and the Bandra Blasters are 57 for 1 after 5 overs. So Sagar Mishra now back into the attack, as defended again by Defended again by Suet Parkar, and picks up another single to start the over. Oh, looks for the pull. Quicker delivery there from Sagar Mishra. Another dot ball. This time again helps it on its way towards short mid wicket. Back to back dot balls. This time punch down the ground again towards long on for another single. 2 runs have come from this over, still 2 balls left. This time driven straight to covers. Another dot ball from Sagar Mishra. This time again goes for the sweep towards short fine leg. Another single. 1 leg boys to finish the over. 3 runs came from that over, and the Bandra Blasters are 60 for 1 after 6 overs after the power play. So good start for the Bandra Blasters. They lost the wicket of Pratik Yadav. And now this partnership 15 from 12 balls. And this time he goes for the cut shot straight to covers. The new bowler into the attack is Akhil Harwadkar for the Triumph Knights. That's short and that's pulled away. Over deep mid wicket for 6. Got hold of that beautifully there. Suet Parkar clears the boundary. The sixes continue to flow for the Bandra Blasters. And this time Suet Parkar punches it down the ground towards long on and picks up another single. Three more deliveries left in this over. 7 runs have come from this over so far. This time driven back to the bowler. Another dot ball from Harwadkar. Swept away this time, out towards deep mid wicket, and picks up another single. 8 runs have come from this over so far, still 1 ball left. Last ball of the over. Again looking for the cut shot, unable to make connection. Another dot ball to finish the over. 8 runs came from that over from Harwadkar, and the Bandra Blasters are 68 for 1 after 7 overs. And Valsankar is a new bowler into the attack, pulled away again by Parag Kanapurkar towards deep mid wicket, and picks up another couple of runs to start the over. This time again picks up another single here. This time swung away leg side, and that's gone all the way for 6. Superb shot once again from Sowet Parkar. Picked the length up beautifully there. Picks up his 4th maximum in this innings. Once again releases the pressure for the Bandra Blasters. This time punches it back to the bowler. Another dot ball. Last ball of the over. Goes straight down the ground. And another 6 to finish the over. Second 6 in that over. Beautiful shot this time. Hitting through the line. 15 runs came from that over from Parikshit Valsankar. And the Bandra Blasters are 83 for 1 after 8 overs. So Akhil Harwadkar is continuing into his second over. And Parag Kanapurkar picks up another single to start the over. This time cut away by Sued Parkar straight to covers. Another dot ball. This time pulled again down the ground to long on. And another single. Ooh, this time looking to slog sweep. Unable to make connection. Another dot ball here. Last ball of the over coming up. Just 2 runs coming from this over. Good over from Akhil Harwadkar. Last ball of the over coming up. Goes for a switch it. Gets it away. Oh, beats that fielder. At deep point, he put in the effort there, but it's gone straight through him. Into the boundary for 4. Not a good effort there in the deep. Another boundary to finish that over. 6 runs came from that over. Good over ends with a boundary. And the Bandra Blasters are 89 for 1 after 9 overs. So, and it's also the time for the strategic timeout. So Vedant Gurav is the new bowler into the attack for the Triumph Knights. They come to the end of the strategic timeout. And shot again, pulled away by Soed Parkar towards deep square leg. Good fielding at deep square leg. And Soed Parkar picks up another single to start the over. Parag Kanapurkar is back on strike. Soed Parkar nearing a half century. This time pulled again towards deep mid wicket. Parag Kanapurkar picks up another single. This time flicked again towards deep mid wicket, and Parag Kanapurkar picks up another single. So 3 singles in this over, still 3 balls left. This time pulled away by Parag Kanapurkar towards deep mid wicket. Good fielding at deep mid wicket. And Kanapurkar will pick up another couple of runs. Five runs have come from this over, still 2 balls left. Squad run rate only just above 8 runs an over. It all comes down to the first innings where Triumph Knights scored 70 plus runs in the last 5 overs. As driven again back to the bowler. Another dot ball. Last ball of the over. Pulled away by Kanapurkar. Has he got hold of it? Yes, he has. That's a 6 to finish the over. Timely 6 to finish that over. That's a good over until that point. But ends the over with a maximum. 11 runs came from that over. And 100 comes up for the Bandra Blasters. The Bandra Blasters are 100 for 1 after 10 overs at the halfway mark of this innings. Akhil Harwadkar. Akhil Harwadkar continuing into his third over, swept away by Soed Parkar towards deep mid wicket and picks up another single to start the over. Looking comfortable now in this run chase, you would think. This time on the stumps, defended back to the bowler. Another dot ball from Harwadkar. Well, they have gone for the review here. The surprising thing that they have gone for the review. Review for LBW probably. They have only one review left. Well, there's clearly bat involved in that, so that will be not out. Clearly bat involved. So no doubt it is. I don't know what kind of a review they took there. Big inside edge. This time he goes for the sweep. Towards deep mid wicket for 4. Found the gap beautifully there. Parag Kanapurkar picks up another boundary. Beautifully swept away by Parag Kanapurkar. This time goes offside towards deep extra covers and picks up another single. This time cut away towards covers, another single, and a half century for Sued Parkar. 50 from 33 balls with 2 boundaries and 5 maximums at a strike rate of 151.52. He has held this run chase together. Really good batting. Raises the bat to his teammates as well. Last ball of the over coming up. Parag Kanapurkar is back on strike. Always a habit of the last ball of an over going for a boundary. Last ball of the over. Oh, swings and misses. Another dot ball to finish the over. 7 runs came from that over from Akhil Harwadkar. And the Bandra Blasters are 107 for 1 after 11 overs. Sagar Mishra now into his third over and that's punched again towards deep extra covers, and Sued Parkar again picks up another single to start the over. Parag Kanapurkar is back on strike. Oh, comes down the wicket. It was fired in on his pads. And it'll be one leg bias, I think. I think it's gone off the pads. Picks up another single. This time driven again towards deep extra covers, and Sued Parkar picks up another single. 3 runs from the first 3 balls of this over. The run chase is in control here. Just 69 more needed from the last 51 balls. Oh, he goes big, high up in the air, hasn't got the timing, should be taken. Fielder running in, misjudges it completely. But holds on to it. Can you believe it? Almost overran that delivery. But in the end holds on and the second wicket falls. The partnership has come to an end, 65-run partnership. Parag Kanapurkar completely mistiming it. And not a great way to take a catch, isn't it? He almost dropped it but holds on to it. And Parag Kanapurkar is gone after scoring 24 from 20 balls, and the Bandra Blasters are 110 for 2 after 11.4 overs. Parag Kanapurkar is gone after scoring 24 from 21 balls, and the Bandra Blasters are 110 for 2 after 11.4 overs. This time comes down the wicket, defends it back to the bowler. New batter to the crease is Jai Jain, coming in at number 4 for the Bandra Blasters. Last ball of the over coming up. Another quicker ball, flick to mid-wicket. Another dot ball to finish the over. 3 runs came from that over, including the wicket of Parag Kanapurkar. The Bandra Blasters are 110 for 2 after 12 overs. Akhil Harwadkar is into his last over. That's punched down the ground by Suhed Parkar towards long on and picks up another single. Well, they're going upstairs here. I think they want to check the run out. Well, they want to check the run out here. That could be close, but I think he's made his ground. Well, he got a hand on it. Well, they're checking whether he got a hand on it because the bails were taken off, and I think did he make his ground back at the non-striker's end? That is the big question. He hasn't got a hand on it, so not out is the decision. So he survives here. This time he goes for a sweep. And Jai Jain picks up another single. 2 singles to start this over. Sued Parkar is back on strike. This time he swings it in the air. Deep mid wicket coming underneath it. Takes the catch. Another wicket falls. And that's a huge one. A huge wicket of Sued Parkar. He has to go. Just got his half century. He was looking for the big shot. Holds out at deep mid wicket. And Akhil Harwadkar strikes for the Triumph Knights. And both the set batters have been dismissed here. 2 huge blows. And are the Triumph Knights still fighting here in this game? They are keeping themselves alive in this game, that is for sure. Sued Parkar is gone after scoring 53 from 37 balls. And the Bandra Blasters are 112 for 3 after 12.3 overs. So the Bandra Blasters are 126 for 3 after 14 overs with 53 needed from the last 6 overs. And some wickets falling at the wrong time has suddenly now made it a little tighter than it had to be. Om Keshkamat has scored only 3 runs from 6 balls. And Jai Jain is 10 from 7 balls with 1-6 which he hit in the previous over. This time he goes for the paddle. Jai Jain towards square leg and picks up another single. Minad Manjrekar into his second over. Jai Jain picks up another single to start the over. So Om Keshkamat is back on strike. 52 needed from 35 balls. Still you would think anybody's game actually. Still not sure who will end up winning this game. Second ball of the over coming up. Second ball of the over coming up. Goes for the reverse. Short third man. Takes the catch. And another wicket falls for the Bandra Blasters. He went for the reverse paddle shot. Om Keshkamat. But has holed out at short third man. And Minad Manjrekar gets the breakthrough. And suddenly now some pressure building on the Bandra Blasters. Triumph Knights trying to come back into this game. Number 4 goes down for the Bandra Blasters after such a good opening partnership. The required run rate is also increasing and wickets are also falling. Om Keshkamat is gone after scoring 3 runs from 7 balls and the Bandra Blasters are 127 for 4 after 14.2 overs. So Drumil Matkar is a new batter to the crease and that's 2 wide from Minad Manjrekar. 2 wide outside the off stump. Has to reload that one again. Be very disappointed there, Om Keshkamat. Now suddenly this game is opening up. Required run rate has gone above 9 now. This time driven down the ground to long off. And Drumil Matkar gets off the mark with a single. This time full again, driven down the ground by Jai Jain towards long off. He picks up another single. 3 runs have come from this over, still 3 balls left. Triumph Knights at the same stage were 104 for 6 at the end of their 14.4 overs. Bandra Blasters are 130 for 4. The finish by Triumph Knights was superb. It's driven away again towards deep extra covers, and Drumil Matkar picks up another single. Jai Jain is back on strike. The last ball of the over coming up from Manchrekar. Moves across, he smashed it straight down the ground for 6. Was in the slot. And a whippage shot from Jai Jain straight towards the side screen, and a much needed 6 to finish that over. 11 runs came from that over from Manchrekar, including the wicket of Omkesh Kamath. The Bandra Blasters are 137 for 4 after 15 overs. The 42 needed from the last 5 overs. A clean strike from Jai Jain, picking up his second 6 in this innings. Jayesh Pokhare is the new bowler into the attack, the impact player. Starts with a dot ball as Drumil Matkar punches it to covers. The Triumph Knights were 105 at this same stage. That's pulled again down the ground to long on. Another single for Drumil Matkar. Jai Jain is back on strike. It's a driven again down to long off. Another single for Jai Jain. Two runs from the first 3 balls of this over. This time punched again down to long on. Another single. A good over this from Jayesh Pokhare. This 3 runs coming from this over. Still 2 balls left. Jai Jain is back on strike. Can he find the boundary? It's defended again towards point. Picks up another single. Last ball of the over. Drumil Matkar swings it leg side towards deep mid wicket again and picks up another single to finish the over. Excellent over from Jayesh Pokhare. 5 runs came from that over. And the Bandra Blasters are 142 for 4 after 16 overs, and it's also the time for the strategic timeout. So we come to the end of the strategic timeout. Aishwarya Surve is bowling the 17th over, and Jai Jain hits it down the ground. Drumil Matkar hits it down the ground to long on and picks up another single to start the over. 36 needed from 23 balls now. It's getting very, very interesting here. Couple of tight overs from Triumph Knights. You never know, they can also come back into this game. Jai Jain has hit 2 sixes so far with strike rate of 166.67. He goes down the ground towards long on. Oh, good fielding at long on. Another single for Jai Jain. Full toss, goes high up in the air. Drumil Matkar is not timed it at all. Fielder takes the catch. Surya Kumar Yadav, he might not be performing with the bat, but takes the catch on the field. They want to check for the height of that delivery now. They want to check whether it's a no ball or not. Above waist high. That is what they want to check. This could be another big moment here in this game. Well, they're checking whether it's above waist high or not. It is a fair delivery. The ball is dipping, so it will be out here. Drumil Matkar will have to go. 5th wicket goes down. This game is twisting and turning at the moment. Bandra Blasters finding ways to lose wickets. Out it is. Drumil Matkar is gone after scoring 6 runs from 8 balls. Bandra Blasters are 144 for 5 after 16.3 overs. So Sagar Chabria is the new batter to the crease, coming in at number 7. The 4th ball of the over coming up. It's on the stump. Sagar Chabria defends it, covers, and gets off the mark with a single. .34 needed from 20 balls. The required run rate has suddenly gone above 10 now for the Bandra Blasters. This is exactly what can happen. These 170s and 180s are a good score at in this kind of a tournament. Oh, full toss. He's got all of that one. That's 6. Jai Jain Hits it cleanly. Out of the ground. He missed his length there. Aishwarya Surve. And gets dispatched. 150 comes up for the Bandra Blasters. 150 comes up in 16.5 overs. And that changes the complexion of the game once again. Oh, it's played away. That'll be 4. 6 and 4 to finish the over. A good over. Ends expensive for Aishwarya Surve. 13 runs came from that over. And the Bandra Blasters are 155 for 5 after 17 overs. Jai Jain is keeping it alive for Bandra Blasters. So Gurav is back into the attack for the Triumph Knights. Vedant Gurav is back into the attack and then flicked away for a single by Sagar Chabria. Another single to start the over. This time flicked again down the ground towards long on and picks up another single. Jai Jain. Down the track, Sagar Chabri again down the ground to long on, another single. This time goes for the sweep towards deep mid wicket. It's the single again, 3 singles to start this over. 21 needed from 15 now. Still looking tight, you would think. Oh, this time looking to pull it away. Gone off the pads. And another single, Sagar Chabria. 1 leg bias, I think. 2 more deliveries left in this over. This time punched down the ground towards long on, and picks up another single here. Another single to finish the over. 6 runs came from that over. And the Bandra Blasters are 161 for 5 after 18 overs. 18 to get from the last 2 overs. So Jayesh Pokhare is going to be bowling the penultimate over. 18 to get from the last 2 overs for the Bandra Blasters. Jay Jain is on strike. Goes for a slog sweep. He's got all of that. That's gone all the way for 6. That's a way to start the over. That'll release the pressure. It's gone sailing over. Deep square leg. Another 6 to start the over. Jay Jain moves to 40 from just 19 balls, down to 12 needed from 11 balls. 2 hits away now. This time Jay Jain defends it to point, picks up another single. 11 from 10 now. 11 from 10. This time he goes for it, yeah, Sagar Chabria. Has he got hold of that one? No, he hasn't. It's taken at long on. Another wicket falls here. The 6th wicket goes down. And Sagar Chabria has holed out at long on. And another twist in this tail here. The 6th wicket goes down. He was looking to join the action. Sagar Chabria unable to get hold of it. And a simple catch at long on. So Bandra Blasters lose their 6th wicket. Sagar Chabria out for 3. Bandra Blasters 168 for 6 after 18.3 overs. So Ashray Sajnani is the new batter to the crease, coming in at number 8. Hits it down the ground to long on and gets off the mark with a single. So 10 needed from 8 balls. Jay Jain holds the key, you would think, for the Bandra Blasters. All rewind back to yesterday's game. It was 9 needed from 11 balls when Siddhant Singh got out. hold out at deep extra covers, and the game completely changed, and the Eagle Thane strikers lost. It's a similar kind of a situation now. Jai Jain, the set batter at the crease, batting with the tail. 2 more deliveries left in this over. 5th ball of the over, moves across his stumps, hits it down the ground. A fuller delivery there from Jayesh Pokare. And Jai Jain picks up another single. So Ashray Sajnani is back on strike. Last ball of the over coming up. 9 needed from 7 now. Last ball of the over. Comes down the wicket, slices it up in the air. Just over that fielder covers. They might push for 2. And they will get 2. Ashray Sajnani picks up another couple of runs to finish the over. 11 runs came from that over, including the wicket of Sagar Chabria. And the Bandra Blasters are 172 for 6 after 19 overs with 7 needed from the last over. More importantly, Jai Jain will be on strike at the start of the last over. Basically, one big hit will seal the game for the Bandra Blasters. Can Jai Jain find that big hit? That is the big question. There's another last over thriller here in this T20 Mumbai League of 2026. Almost every game is going down to the last over. So Jai Jain is on strike. Who is it bowling the last over? He goes for the slog sweep. And he's nailed that one. That's gone all the way. That's the game, I think. Jai Jain has finished it. The scores are level. Surely now it's Bandra Blasters who are going to get over the line. That's a clean strike. It's essentially Vedant Gurav bowling the last over. Giving the last over to a spinner is always risky. Nicely tossed up. Jai Jain has found that maximum. Now just 1 run away now. So the scores are level. 1 needed. Gives himself room. Punches it straight to covers. Dot ball. Dot ball, 1 needed from 4 balls now. Jai Jain, a fantastic innings from him. 48 from 23 balls, finding those sixes when it mattered the most. 3rd ball of the over coming up. Flicked away down the ground towards mid-on. They'll get through for a single, and it's the Bandra Blasters who are over the line. Jai Jain takes them over the line, and what a run chase this has been. They started off really well, Bandra Blasters, but then kept on losing wickets towards the middle period. But then Jai Jain stood tall when it mattered the most, unbeaten on 49 from 24 balls, a big 6 in the last over, sealing the deal for the Bandra Blasters. And the Bandra Blasters pick up their first win of T20 Mumbai League of 2026. They've already lost 2 games in this tournament, so they needed to get off the mark. And the Bandra Blasters have indeed gotten off the mark in this tournament. And unfortunately for the Triumph Knights, it's a 2nd successive defeat for them. Surya Kumar Yadav, his captaincy is also not helping the team, in all honesty. But Bandra Blasters will celebrate. They are over the line. Their first win in this tournament. Always good to get your first win in any tournament like this. And they have won this game with 3 balls to spare. Another last over thriller, but this time around, Jai Jain holding his cool and finishing it off for the Bandra Blasters. So if we just look at the run chase, an opening partnership of 45 from 24 balls between Suved Parkar and Prateek Yadav. And then Prateek Yadav got dismissed. Then another partnership of 65 from 46 balls between Sohail Parkar and Parag Kanapurkar. And at that stage, we thought that the Bandra Blasters are cruising along. But then a twist happened. Suddenly, Sohail Parkar got out. Sohail Parkar scored a superb half century, 53 from 37 balls with 2 boundaries and 5 maximums at a strike rate of 143.24. But he got out at the wrong time. And then the middle order kept on losing wickets. Om Keshkamath out for 3 from 7 balls. Drumil Matkar 6 from 8 balls. Sagar Chhabria 3 from 5 balls. They all couldn't contribute. But then Jay Jain, unbeaten on 49 from 24 balls with 1 boundary and 5 sixers at a strike rate of 204.17. He held his nerve when it mattered the most and took the Bandra Blasters over the line. So if we need to look at the Triumph Knights bowling attack today, Aishwarya Surve 1 for 40 in his 3 overs. Parikshit Valsankar run for 26 in his 2 overs. Minad Manjrekar 1 for 19 in his 2 overs. Sagar Mishra 2 for 21 in his 4 overs. Akhil Harwadkar 1 for 26 in his 4 overs. Vedant Gura was a little expensive, none for 23 in his 2.3 overs. And my only question is, why didn't they utilize their fast bowlers, their last overs? Parikshit Valsankar still had 2 overs left. He should have bowled the last over. I don't know why he didn't. Yes, he was expensive, none for 26 in his 2 overs, but he should have bowled the last over. You need to give the last overs to your fast bowlers. Even Minad Manjrekar had 2 overs left. He could have bowled the last 2 overs as well. So I think there are some questionable captaincy decisions from Surya Kumar Yadav there. Jayesh Pokhare came in as the impact player, bowled only 2 overs, 1 for 16, okay. But your fast bowler still had your quota available, still had 2 overs left. So why couldn't they bowl the last 2 overs? Parikshit Valsankar is actually a spinner, but Minad Manjrekar still has 2 overs left. Even Aishwarya Surve still had 1 over left. Minad Manjrekar still has 2 overs left. So I think they could have gone with both of them. Surya Kumar Yadav could have given them the last 2 overs instead of going to spin, because always giving the end overs to spinners can be a risky decision. So maybe that could have helped the Triumph Knights, but not to be. They went with spin and paid the price. So Bandra Blasters winning this game by 4 wickets here at the Wankhede Stadium, defeating the Triumph Knights. It's 2 losses from 2 games for the Triumph Knights, and the Bandra Blasters will be delighted that they have gotten off the mark in this tournament. They pick up their first win in this T20 Mumbai League of 2026. So we'll be back again to cover the future matches of T20 Mumbai League 2026. So until we come back again, please like, share and subscribe to our channel Runs and Views. Take care guys, cheers and good night.
Please like, subscribe, and share. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share.